In the air or on the ground, the volunteers of CASARA Niagara are on standby year-round, poised to lead and assist in search and rescue efforts. They held a recent open house designed in part to educate the public on the valuable work they do.
We continually hear from people, they never knew we existed. So particularly our open house event here has been an attempt to let the public know we're here, we're volunteers, we are trained professional standards, and we are on call, we do serve the wider community, but also there are times we ask for new members to join us, and then we are being a registered charity. We have financial needs, and sometimes that really stretches us to as to what our capacity is.
We work out of the airport, we're in the air, we're not in the public eye, and so a lot of people don't know about us. So we're really trying to get our name out, tell people what we do. We're all volunteers, and let them know about our group of volunteers that are out helping them. Hopefully they never need to get our help, but we're there, we're ready 24 hours a day to help people as needed. It's not all aviation based. We're the aviation side of search and rescue, but a lot of our calls now are on the Great Lakes for boaters, swimmers, things like that.
Still remember walking up to the door and going, am I crazy?
Over a decade after that initial knock on the door, Gord Tessier says it's the best decision he's ever made.
Despite what at first appearance is the most important people on the aircraft are the spotters. The pilot is the least important, and the navigator. We're really here just to get the spotters to the search area so they can do their thing. As they say, they can do their spotting. The relationship, we all know each other. We train many hours together. We gel very much. We all know, the SAR community is very small, as I said. Someone has to be in charge. That's the aircraft commander or the pilot. Okay. The navigator is a support role. Depending on their skill set, they can help with radios. They can assist the pilot keeping on track. They can send emergency messages out if we locate the person. We have satellite communications on board, so they can send that while the pilot is busy following the spotter's instructions. The spotter doesn't become the aircraft commander, but once the spotter sees something, they are directing the aircraft, and I'm just taking feedback from them. Yeah.
Funding for training and exercises are provided by the Canadian Department of National Defence. That still leaves the group with a yearly budget deficit that they need to make up.
The cost to maintain our building, our infrastructure, is not funded. So this building, for example, costs us about $18,000 a year. So as you can see, the math doesn't quite add up. So we require some help. And it comes, unfortunately, a lot from volunteer donations, our own volunteers. It used to come from bingos when they were very popular, but not so much anymore. So we find ourselves struggling. Now in this particular situation, we're the envy of the province. We have a beautiful building. But again, it costs money to run.
CASARA Niagara take their training seriously, knowing full well what's at stake when they get deployed.
It's a passion to help people in probably their worst day. And part of that is typically we never meet those people, but we know the impact it has on the families for us to be able to locate a missing person, or worst case scenario, to at least help with recovery of a person who's been deceased in various circumstances.
It's certainly a sense of community, a sense of duty, and being able to help people, and in a pretty dire time of need sometimes. And we get to do things with airplanes, we get to help with the military, we're doing things with drones, so that there's a really unique kind of set of skills that you get to learn here. Lots of like-minded people, but at the end of the day, it's that want to be able to give back to our community, help people out, even from 1,000 feet in the air.
Contact information and further background can be found online at casaraniagara.ca. In Niagara, you're watching The Source on your TV.